Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Cam6578, and in today's video I am joined by ChipWexler, and we're going to give you guys our opinions about Kylo Ren's Zeta ability because it is awesome and is super useful for really heroic AAT phase 1, but it's also arena viable, and it's just amazing. So, Chip, can you explain to me what's going on with Kylo Ren's Zeta ability?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. It's two things. It's his unique and his special. They play a big part together because whenever Kylo Ren gets damage, he's at all his cooldowns. And his unique, the special one, is outrage. You can Zeta it, and then it has a very rare thing in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. It recovers protection equal to the damage you deal. There are not many tunes who do that, and that makes him viable in hat because you can put him in and can do like 100k to 180k damage, and then get him out like totally new. And you can always do the outrage again because it is reset if you put him in Zolo. All the tunes hit on him and he resets all the time, and you can go all the time and reset your protection. That makes him really unique.
Yeah, so what you guys are seeing right now in this footage is Kylo Ren's protection is constantly getting regenerated for the damage he's doing. So Chip's Kylo Ren is hitting for like 20k on General Grievous, and he's just regaining all that in protection. He's basically like unbeatable. Um, so that is something that's really cool. He's the only character that I know of that can solo heroic AT phase 1, which saves a lot of resources because a lot of people have invested into Jedi, and with one person having one character that can solo the whole phase makes a big difference for everybody. So Trip, that's really awesome. Now,
Yeah, I really did that for our guild.
yeah.
I didn't know he was so good when he. I just wanted like phase one gone for us, and because we are a little bit low on people.
Yeah, so
But
just having that like change just helps out a lot with your guild. Now, keep in mind, you don't I personally don't think you want to Zeta Kylo Ren first, but if your guild really needs you to and you have a, pretty high gear, what gear is yours, Chip?
he was 10 when I made the video, and now he's 11.
Okay, so gear 10 is probably safe, you think, for the
Yeah,
Zeta?
sure.
Okay. So if you have yours gear 10, and your guild really needs you to Zeta him in order to beat Heroic AT or find a way to beat it, I recommend doing it, but I don't really find it to be that useful. It also may have a bug that I'm not sure if EA is aware about, if they're trying to fix it, but just in case you want to Zeta it and it has a bug, it doesn't matter because they're probably going to give you back your Zetas if they fix it. In a similar way they did with Barris, they still gave everybody the option. They just changed the wording and the effect of her Zeta ability. Chip, what are your thoughts on that?
They won't fix it quite soon. Um, I think he's more like a Tebow type, where they didn't fix it like for a month, because it helps out a lot of guilds in phase one, and I think EA doesn't want to ruin that. So maybe they will fix it like in a day, but they didn't until now. So it's a good thing. Maybe they just let it go from here. Another thing with it was really expensive to gear him. So you have to have the resources to gear him.
Yeah, I also think that First Order isn't really a popular faction. I don't even have a full First Order team still, and I've been playing for around 7 months. Um, Really, the only character that's that great out of First Order, in my opinion, are I guess if you want for ships, First Order TIE Pilot. Phasma is really good at the beginning of the game, and Kylo Ren is awesome for Heroic AAT Phase 1, no doubt about it. But, farming the rest of them is pretty difficult. Um, and he can kind of go with any team, I think, especially in arena.
Akuma said he faced one first order team, just fully geared and everything, and it was unbeatable, he said. But I've never seen it, so because it's really hard to get.
Yeah, so that what's going on with that is they did 4.4 million of first order team, and the reason why though is because that team requires like 3 Zetas or 4 Zetas, which is 80 Zeta mats, and again, not a lot of people have the ability to Zeta a whole lot, so that's a very end game strategy, guys. You know, I just don't see its value in Phase 2 doing only 4.4 when you can Zeta Cody and do 6.9 million on a maxed out clone team. Again, that's just kind of my opinion, so take it with a grain of salt, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. First order teams, I've never seen one, and I'd like to see one sometime.
Yeah, another thing to note about that is with the current meta with Zal, which is Zeta Maul lead, if he dazes them right off the bat, Captain Phasma's leader ability is rendered useless because the bonus attacks can't be triggered by with the daze. So that's a really good counter.
And Kylo has problems with the days and minus turn meter. He has problems with the ability block and the healing block. Keeps the protection from regaining again. So it's not just healing. That's really strange sometimes, and you have to be really aware for that not to happen. I had problems with the Luminara. Never had. Just
the ability blocks? The ability blocks?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's another thing too, because if he has the ability block, he can't use, even though his unique cooldown is ready, he can't use it because he's ability blocked. So keep that in mind as well. With the Nihilus in the meta as well, with the cooldown increases, that'll also, what does that affect him? I think it does.
I didn't. I haven't never faced a Nihilus team yet.
Okay.
I haven't had any problems with it.
Okay. Well, personally, like I said earlier, I don't think Xylo's great for the whole part of the game. I think I'm still going to Zeta Vader first because he is somewhat arena viable for at least my sake. But it's all dependent on your situation. I think there's still, Zeta and Zal is much better than Kylo Ren Zeta. But what do you think about that, Chip? Do you think Kylo's a little bit above them or what?
No. I did it for the guild. If you need somebody to do phase 1 for you to have the enough damage for hat, it's good. But I would wait for like number 3 spot. But you never know what happens.
Okay, I totally agree. All right, Chip, thanks for coming out, man. I really appreciate it. Guys, I worked really hard on making this video, so if you enjoyed it, drop a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for future content like this. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope you guys found it helpful because Kylo Ren Zeta is awesome, as you saw by this gameplay, and he's a super enjoyable character. Keep on grinding, guys. Catch you in the next one.